for those that are old enough, do you remember Time Team? We have a guy coming that everybody on that would know, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's coming on the Sunday, Phil Harding, who works for Wessex Archaeology and is an archaeologist and also an Anglo-Saxon expert. This is his period.
Well, hello and welcome. Now this one is going to be a bit different. Now we're off to Lee Farm, which is a CMC certified site. This means they got just 5 pitches. What it also means is that this one has got the showers and toilet blocks and all that lot there anyway, but that's not the whole reason we're there, because it's only like 20 minutes away from where I am, where we live, so we don't really need the caravan. However, I don't know if you're aware of it, the first king of England was a chap called Athelstan. Didn't know that, but anyway, I wouldn't, I suppose. It's not really my bag of history, but his seat was in Malmesbury, which is right next door to where the farm is anyway. So we shall be walking from our site to Malmesbury on a daily basis. Excuse me, I'm just going to negotiate this roundabout to be able to see all the stuff that's there. Now when I say stuff, they're actually doing quite a big show, in so much that they're bringing lots of items that are from all over the country and in museums and all that together in one place. They're also putting in test pits to be able to see what they can find, because there is a rumour of bodies being found somewhere nearby the Abbey. So more on that to follow. Okay, another roundabout negotiated. So this is why I haven't got the caravan on the back of the car, because it's already there. So the shortest trip ever known to man, I just go and get it, put it on the pitch, job done.
So here we are negotiating the farm entrance. Of course, we know it very well. Stopping off to pay our fees, sussing out our pitch, collecting our caravan, going a few yards, and there we go.
So the whole object here was to reverse the caravan with the motor movers into such a position that I line up one of the holes so that I can put the alco lock in and on its position.
And so looking at the amenities, somebody's obviously got the washing machine in, which is kind of free. There's your water there, and they even got hoses, so you don't need to bring any hoses for your alcohol to just fill them up. In here, I'll just open it, is the shower. So it's got a single shower option in there. And then this one, how does it do that? There you go, it's just the toilet that's cleaned. And then they have one of these macerators, I think it's called, which is what you put all your waste into, but it's a normal waste inside that. And there you go. But there we go, it's kind of actually shepish. This is only £15 a night. It gives you what you want. So yeah, in between the rain showers. Perfectly adequate. And they have another one of these sites at Little Summerford. So again, yeah, this owner has one there. Fantastic. Well, here we are on the approach to the farm, and this time I'm not on my own. That's because we have been to go get you, haven't we?
Yes.
Because you're not too far away.
No.
So that's good.
Yes.
Now then, why are we here? What's this for this weekend?
Well, it's kind of a work thing, sort of. For a number of months, I've been working on a project called the Athlesan 1100, which involves a small town in Wiltshire called Malmesbury. and I'm being part paid and part volunteer for this project, which celebrates the 1100th anniversary of King Athelstan becoming the first king of all England. And his seat was in Malmesbury, believe it or not, because in Anglo-Saxon times Malmesbury was really important. It had its abbey, which spawned a whole community. It was also on the site of a very important road and transport way during those times. Now you wouldn't believe that, but it is the truth. And there's a whole series of events throughout July, and this weekend that we're doing, which is in early July, is called the Big Athelstan Dig. So it's a community archaeology project where they're going to dig 13 test pits all across the town, and I've never done archaeology before, and Steve and I really like that type of thing, so we thought we'd see what it's like and do some filming and do a little film at the same time.
For those that are old enough, do you remember Time Team? We have a guy coming that everybody on that would know, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's coming on the Sunday, Phil Harding, who works for Wessex Archaeology and is an archaeologist and also an Anglo-Saxon expert. This is his period.
Oh.
He's coming along on Sunday, so hopefully we'll get to meet him. So no idea what it's going to be like. It's totally new for us. This weekend we're volunteering, and you know, it should be fun. So we thought we'd stay in the van on this site, which obviously is where we keep it anyway when we're not out and about.
Rosie.
Because we're closer to Malmesbury, and just gives us an excuse to relax in between, because I suspect these couple of days will be quite intense.
Yes. It's quite a view. There's 1, 2, 3 caravans. There's 4, that's us. And then you got another one that can fit down there. Perfectly fine for your knees, look.
Our first task is to head to the Ode Bell Hotel, which is right next to Malmesbury Abbey, because we're running a press conference and we're revealing something that was actually found on the site of the hotel several months ago, but has never been revealed in public until this day.
So here, 7 trenches were investigated by the archaeological unit, Cotswold Archaeology. In 4 of those trenches we found human skeletons. There were 24 complete skeletons across those 4 trenches, and also disarticulated bone representing probably another 22 individuals.
So we're able to identify the sex and age of some of the complete skeletons, work out the height of some of those individuals. So for example, 2 of the women were only about 1.50 metre in height, so smaller than today's standards, and there was an adult male who was probably about 1.8 metres, so more in keeping with modern kind of average heights.
It contained adults, both females and males, and young individuals, suggesting that we're looking at a wider community, not just a monastic community, if you see what I mean. There weren't just monks buried here. Now, if you remember our last trip to Salisbury, the spire there was supposed to be the biggest in the land. Well, I suppose it is, but at this time it wasn't, because as you can see here, it was superseded. However, it was struck by lightning, so therefore it did fall down. But the abbey was huge. And it even spiked the interest of a chap by the name of Turner. You might recognise this picture.
And you can see this Turner in the wonderful volunteer-led museum in Malmesbury called the Athlesan Museum, all run by committed people and very close to the Abbey. And the Abbey is still a place of worship today and much loved by locals, though much of it is now in ruins.
But let's get on to Abbey House.
It's red due to intense heat, and there's quite a lot of slag in a layer over it. And slag is the product of an industrial process like glass making or metal.
And now we're off to a local cottage to see what's been unearthed.
Yes, this is where my in-laws live. So I've been down to dig this garden up for years, and the opportunity's come to Raffles in 1100, and they've been looking for primarily this wall that was found.
But yeah, we're getting Victorian pottery out of here as far as I can see. A little bit of what looks like Victorian glass.
Talk us through what
So
it
it looks
is.
like a bowl of a clay pipe. You can see that at the shape there. I've been learning today that quite often clay pipes only had one go out of them.
And so the children have all learned how to cook using the sort of ingredients that Anglo-Saxons would have used. Would you like to see the ingredients?
Yeah, please.
Oh, wow.
So,
what's that, like a veggie broth?
yeah.
Oh.
So there's no, so there's,
meat all the time.
so there's no, there are no potatoes in there, no tomatoes, because they hadn't discovered them, and they cooked on an open fire, not this fire. And these are the sorts of things that they used. So the carrots wouldn't have been orange, I don't think. They would have been white or purple, and they think they would have had beans and pulses. Wow. Obviously, we had mushrooms, which they would have foraged. And the children did some foraging as well, so they used nettles in their soup. That's the first thing that they did.
Did you try any of the food?
Yeah.
Is it
You
alright?
can try some.
No, I'm okay. I've just had a look.
That was diplomatically sidestep, that one. Do you want to come over here and have a look at this? Do you like this?
Oh, lovely.
They learned to make flour.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, grinding
And then over the last week, they learnt the skills of an archaeologist. And these are some of their finds.
Oh, fantastic.
So, Phil, give us just a snapshot of what you've seen today.
Well, I've seen some very happy residents of Malmesbury digging holes. I must have seen about, 7 or 8 of these test bits, and every one that I've been to, there's been a very positive vibe. People getting in there, getting dirty and finding stuff, and they're just having a great time.
What sort of stuff have you seen that's been coming out of the holes?
Rubbish. But that is what archaeology is based on. Study of people's rubbish. And just as your rubbish and my rubbish tells people about us and our lifestyle, so past rubbish tells us about past lifestyles. And so archaeologists have great pleasure in finding other people's rubbish and interpreting that and telling stories about how people lived all those years ago.
And if I say the word Athelstan to you, what does that mean to you?
Well, he's a hero of Malmesbury. You know, he is Mr. Malmesbury. Historically, he is one of our great monarchs, and that's not a bad accolade. We've had a lot of good monarchs. We've had some rogues as well. He comes down as one of the good ones. He encouraged a lot of the disciplines that we would love: scholarship, religion, or law and order. He was a great military leader. He ticked a lot of boxes. He was a good man.
Well, there we go.
Yep, that's it. We're Athelstan.
Yes, so I'm thinking, what
what a fabulous weekend, actually. For me, that was very different. And thank you very much for Scott Media for booking us into this one. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes, we had a lovely time, and to sort of on the last days, capped really by chatting and meeting Dr. Phil Harding from Time Team and Digital Time Team Online, who lives in the Salisbury area of Wiltshire and came up to see the dig. So we had a bit of a chat with him, and he was hilarious, wasn't he?
He was.
Really funny.
Very funny.
Very down to earth. Genuinely interested in what was going on in a community dig. Happy to come outside and, you know, just spend some time with us, as well as the BBC History Magazine. I think it was History Magazine was there. So, yeah, it was good.
It's quite a list of events, actually. I thought it was just this weekend, but it's not.
No.
The whole that's going on till, according to the magazine we got,
Yeah.
till October.
It's something like, actually, it's the main events are all in July, over 3 weekends, and then lots of talks and other events in between. So there's an art and crafts fair, all with an Athlesan Anglo-Saxon theme, food and drink festival, loads of talks with very esteemed historians and academics on Athelstan. So there was Tom Holland, Michael Wood OBE, Professor Dr. Sarah Foote, Reverend Sarah Foote, Professor Sarah Foote, and many like Tony McAlevey, who's a renowned historian, happens to live locally. And we met archaeologists who live locally, like Paolo from Cotswold Archaeology, and obviously Dr. Phil Harding from Wessex Archaeology.
See, you know an awful lot about this stuff, but now I know more about Malmesbury, our first king of England. Yeah. And, you know, interesting. And looking at pits and stuff close up. Yeah. Meeting real archaeologists and talking to them. Brilliant. Brilliant. And highly recommended. And he got a free t-shirt, look.
Yeah, we got a t-shirt, a volunteer t-shirt. But anyone could buy these in the local shops. Yeah. If you wanted to. They were all different colours. We went for this sort of teal colour. And yeah, really had a lovely weekend. It was an excuse to go away for a couple of days in the caravan, even though the weather today, the second day, is beautiful. But it was a bit mixed.
You know, it's certified sites. This one's particularly good. The amenities are fantastic. The view and everything around here is absolutely brilliant as well. I can't knock it. £15 a night. It's a lot cheaper than caravan camping club sites.
Yeah, but I have to say, I don't mind. You know, they are more luxurious, but we know the farmer here, so he's absolutely lovely. Came to see us last night for a chat, and was talking to us when England got free.
Yeah, half. No, well, I don't know. She was talking to. I'm watching it at the corner of my eye because I'll tell you. Oh, as you can see, the TV's there. But he came and chatted to us from just the last 5 minutes of full time, all of extra time, both halves, and disappeared at the end of that. But luckily we saw the penalty. Come on, England.
Yeah. Okay, well, now it's a lovely weekend, and now it's time to go home.
Yes, so please like,
subscribe,
and hit that little bell.
See you soon.
There you go. Thank you very much, Fiona, for all your help. It's been brilliant.